Coming to you live from the UTPA Fieldhouse in the three-time All-American city of Edinburgh, this is Bronx basketball. Tonight, the Bronx at long last return home, and I shouldn't even say return home, they return to action. It's been a good 8 days as they host the Texas Lutheran University Bulldogs in what is their third game of the season. Last time out, the Bronx fell at Texas Tech 70-48. That was way back on November 10th. So certainly a lot of time between games. They took a day off, but been practicing hard throughout and working hard to try and get ready for this next stretch of games because they play 2 games in 3 days and then get another 8 days off and then play 2 games in 2 days, and then the schedule starts to regularize itself. That's not a word, but it starts to the schedule starts to become what you want it to be, more normal after that. We'll take a timeout. Coming up on Bronx pregame, we'll take a look at the Bronx last game at Texas Tech, and we'll also go over Texas Lutheran. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
I want you to come see us today at your new Buick GMC dealer, South Texas Buick GMC.
Come test drive the all-new 2014 GMC Sierra and drive it home for just $399 a month.
South Texas Buick GMC.
Back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse, along with my producer, engineer extraordinaire, the one, the only, Dylan Badura. This is Jonah Goldberg riding with you on Bronx pregame as we count down to the start of tonight's game between the UTPA Bronx and the Texas Lutheran Bulldogs. Bronx 1-1 this season, opened the year with an 87-46 win over Shriner back on November 8th. And that is a Shriner team that's in the same conference as these Texas Lutheran Bulldogs. That was a game in which Shante Goff scored 18 points in her first career game. It was the most points by a Bronc in her team debut since junior college transfer Simone Newell scored 23 in 2010. It was also the most by a Bronx freshman in her debut since Maria Ben Erlingsdottir, whose 25th birthday was that day, scored 21 points against Texas A&M International in 2007. Ben Erlingsdottir, by the way, currently plays professionally in France. Bronx shot 56% in the second half of that game, dominated on the boards and on the offensive glass as well. Then they went on Sunday to take on Texas Tech and fell 70-48. Now, few positives in that game. The Bronx held Texas Tech 0 of 8 from behind the arc. The Bronx scored more points off of turnovers than the Red Raiders did. Bronx scored the same number of points off the bench as the Red Raiders. Bronx led early. It was 5-2 in the first 2 minutes. Game tied at 12 in the first 7 minutes, and Tech took over from there. Junior Sherelle Price and Shazay Wright led the Bronx with 9 points each. Fellow junior Brittany Bush was next with 8 points to go with a team-high 7 rebounds and 2 steals. As for Texas Lutheran, they enter this game with a record of 1-1. They beat Dallas Christian at home in their opener November 15th. That was Friday, and then Saturday went to Texas Dallas and lost. They beat Dallas Christian 85-62, but lost to Dallas 69-58. 3 players in double figures scoring, 5 with 9 points or more. All led by Taylor Didalowitz, who averages 14.5 points and 5 rebounds per game. Carissa Cantu averaging 13.5 points per game. Kristen Lai averaging 10 points per game, and then Savannah Height and Chelsea Stoll averaging 9 points each. But we're up against the national anthem, so we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we will have your starting lineups, and if we're in the mood, we'll also have your opening tip. This is Bronx basketball.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
You to come see us today at your new Buick GMC dealer, South Texas Buick GMC.
Come test drive the all-new 2014 GMC Sierra and drive it home for just $399 a month.
South Texas Buick GMC.
If you are hearing The Who singing Who Are You, it must mean they're introducing the visitors right now. So that means it's time for us to get you the starting lineups as well. And we will start with those visiting Texas Lutheran University Bulldogs. They run a 4-guard set, starting in the backcourt, a 5'8 junior from right here in Edinburgh. Number 1, Bianca Casas. A 5'2 senior out of San Antonio. Number 3, Natasha Benavides. A 5'8 junior out of Corpus Christi. Number 20, Natalie Vela. And a 5'9 sophomore out of Dripping Springs, number 22, Taylor Didalowitz. In the middle, a 6'4 junior out of Falls City, number 45, Chelsea Stoll. Chelsea Stoley. The head coach of the Bulldogs in her second season is Mel Dixon. She's assisted by Crystal Schneider. The Bulldogs enter this game with a record of 1-1. They lost last time out, 0-1 on the road. As for those hosts, UTPA Bronx, they make a change in the starting lineup. Starting at the point guard position, a 5'5 sophomore out of Butte, Louisiana. Number 15, Kaylin Boyd. At the shooting guard position, a 5'7 junior out of Gardner, Kansas. Number 3, Tonisha Walker. The change comes here at small forward, a 5'8 freshman out of Copperas Cove. Number 11, Shantae Goff. At power forward, a 5'10 sophomore out of Kelowna, Louisiana. Another change to the starting lineup. Welcome in number 24, Raquel Preston. And at center, a 6-foot junior out of Moline, Illinois, number 21, Brittany Bush. The head coach of the Bronx in his first season is Mr. Larry Tidwell. The associate head coach is John Ishii. Assistant coaches are Anthony Anderson and Hannah Burleson. The Bronx enter this game with a record of 1-1. They also lost last time out, but 1-0 at home this season. The officials for tonight's game are Ernest Solius, Bobby Yarman, and Iffy Seals. The Bulldogs in their road black tops and bottoms with black numbers on the back in yellow trim. On the front, you have the black number in yellow trim surrounded by Texas on the top, Lutheran on the bottom in the same color scheme. TLU for Texas Lutheran University by the left knee on the shorts. They have a bulldog head on the back of the uniform above the number, yellow trim around the shoulders, United States flag on the left shoulder. Or, well, actually, yeah, it's on the left shoulder. The Bulldogs will be moving left to right in the first. The Bronx in their home white tops and bottoms with the orange jutting triangles coming up the shorts and from the shoulder area. Green numbers on the front and on the back in orange trim. Green word Bronx across the front above the number, also in orange trim. A bucking bronc above the number on the back. A WAC logo in green and orange on the upper left-hand shoulder. A Nike swoosh on the shorts, left side. Brittany Bush will take the tip and win it. And we're underway with the Bronx, moving from right to left across your computer screen. Bush hands it off to Preston on the reverse. Preston coming along baseline, pull-up jumper, comes up short. The rebound pulled in by Walker, who passes it out to Boyd. Another opportunity for the Bronx. To the right wing, Goff. Up top to Preston coming in, bounces it back to Goff. Goff into the lane, puts it to the top to Walker for three, no good. This rebound is pulled in by Texas Lutheran and Stoley. Back we go the other way. Stoley at 6'4" is the tallest player on either roster. Be interesting to see how that plays a factor. Benavides running the offense for Texas Lutheran. Bulldogs cycling it around, and a steal by Preston. Here come the Bronx. Preston coming in, 3-on-2. Tries to go with a shot, loses it out of bounds. It'll remain Bronx ball with 26 on the shot clock. 19:07 game clock, looking for the game's first basket. Inbounds comes out to Boyd at the top for three. Doesn't fall. Rebound tipped out off of Bush and out of bounds. It'll be Texas Lutheran basketball. Natalie Vela brings it down for Texas Lutheran. What that four-guard set allows the Bulldogs to do, a foul call on the Bronx, first of the game. Kaylin Boyd, the culprit. They really spread out along the perimeter in 4 different spots. It leaves Stoley alone on the inside. Bronx are playing a lineup that can match this four-guard set, though, with 4 players who could easily be considered guards. Even if somebody has to be a 3 and somebody has to be a 4, technically, as Preston blocks the shot out of bounds and the Bulldogs retain with 19 on the shot clock. Expect to see a lot of zone from Texas Lutheran as well, as they'll try and force the Bronx to hit some shots. Lutheran throws it out of bounds. It's Bronx basketball. Preston inbounds to Boyd, and Boyd will bring it up the court. Boyd, Great West Conference all-newcomer selection last year. Starting point guard on the Bronx this year, and for much of last year as well. Goff draws a foul along the baseline. Benavides, the culprit. 1 foul on each team now. Boyd, basketball at the top. Comes in, turns around, feeds Goff at the top for three. Got it! Shantae Goff from downtown. She loves the friendly rims of the UTPA Fieldhouse. It's 3-0 Bronx. Just about 2 minutes gone by. Didalowicz, pass over to the right side, Vela. Vela going towards the corner, Boyd sticking with her. Now out to Cassis at the top, stops at the foul line. Kicks it around, comes into the corner, traveling, Bronx ball. Stoley found herself in the corner, tried to take the ball in. That turns it over, and here comes UTPA. Boyd. This one's coming the other way. Offensive foul called on Raquel Preston. 2:10 gone by, 3-0 Bronx. Bronx applying a little pressure in the backcourt. Boyd sticking with Vela. Pass comes over to Cassis. Cassis takes it inside underneath, stops, turns around, feeds Stoley, kicks it out to the left side. Ball down low, Preston taps it, and it's stolen. Goff has it. Here comes UTPA. Goff fires it head to Bush, underneath, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Texas Lutheran. Fast break developing. Pass comes to the right. There's the jumper. Rolls in from Didalowicz. Bronx lead is cut to 1. Boyd, pass to the corner. That's Walker. Down low to Bush. Bush throws it up, has her shot partially deflected, gets it back, tries the hook in the lane, and gets it to fall. The Bronx lead 5-2. $16:50 to play in the first. Didalowicz brings it up, dribbles it off her own foot. It goes out of bounds. It's Bronx basketball. Preston inbounds to Boyd. Left wing Goff. Tries to shuttle it down low, but it's tipped out of bounds off of Texas Lutheran. It'll remain Bronx ball. Goff will inbound, stays right of the basket, but first a foul on Texas Lutheran.
Personal foul on number 45, Chelsea Stoley.
Chelsea Stoley, the culprit, her first. It's 2 now on Texas Lutheran, and we just can't get a play started. Another whistle blows. This time it may be a clock issue. Let's see. They're going over to the clock operator. I thought the shot clock ticked down. Maybe the game clock didn't. But let's see if they changed the clock at all. Right now it says 16:33 and 20. Well, they're putting it back up to 27. I guess it hadn't reset before the couple of inbounds. Goff at the top for 3. Off the back iron. Rebound pulled in by Vela, right wing. Left wing Cassis. Dumps it into Stoley. Turnaround jumper, no good, but a foul. Brittany Bush picks up her first. 3 on the Bronx. That means the game's first free throws will be courtesy of Chelsea Stoley, who is 4 for 8 from the line this season. That's 50%. Stoley averaging 9 points per game. And the first hits off the front of the iron. Second shot, too strong. A lane violation on the Bronx. So Stoley will get another opportunity. One was too short, one was too long. Give it a third opportunity. Will Stoley find the middle ground? She does. 5-3, Bronx lead is 2. Boyd, racing it down herself, gets pushed by Natasha Benavides. Her second foul.
Her second, team's third.
3 now on Texas Lutheran. Even with 2 fouls, though, no movement from the Texas Lutheran bench. Inbounds to Preston. Jumper doesn't go. Rebound, Goff and Vela tied up underneath. Jump ball situation. Possession arrow favors the Bulldogs when we return. 15:58 to play in the opening half. Bronx up 5-3. This is Bronx basketball.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 15:58 to play in the opening half. The Bronx out to a 5-3 lead over Texas Lutheran. And it's Bulldogs basketball. Bronx going full court pressure. Some substitutions for the Bronx off the timeout. Sherelle Price is into the game. Raquel Preston takes a seat. Actually, that's the only substitution. Texas Lutheran keeps the same 5. Ball comes to the top. Vela for 3, no good. Rebound pulled in by Walker. And she'll take it up herself. Walker. Goff, top of the key, Price. Jab step. Right wing. That's Boyd for 3. Knocks it down. Kaylin Boyd's on the board. The Bronx lead 8-3. 5 minutes gone by. 10-second violation on Taylor Didalowitz. And it's Bronx basketball. It's one of the new rules in women's basketball this year, and I love the change. It used to be that there was no 10-second violation in women's basketball until this year. It's a new rule, and I think it's good for the game, but it'll take some getting used to. We're only a couple of games in. Benavides knocks down a 3 from the left wing, and the Bronx lead is cut to 2. And honestly, I think it's better for the team to take it up that quickly. But, I mean, it also allows for pressure in the backcourt to be more rewarded, because you can try and stop a team from making it across in the 10 seconds allowed. Goff racing down, gets fouled, hits the basket. Have a chance at a 3-point play.
The basket counts. Personal foul on number 22.
I remember the Bronx had a game against Houston Baptist. Not last year, it was the year before. Houston Baptist, they were battling all sorts of injuries. They only had 6 players in uniform, one of whom had just come over from maybe the volleyball team or anyway. 5 for 5 substitution for Texas Lutheran. I'll get you to the new 5 in a second. Jasmine Thompson in for the Bronx. Tanisha Walker takes a seat. So Houston Baptist, they took advantage of that 30-second shot clock. They would stand in the backcourt for at least 20 seconds. As Goff hits the free throw, 3-point play. And the Bronx now lead 11-6. About 6 minutes gone by. And honestly, it didn't work out well for Houston Baptist. They'd run the ball up the court at the last second, get off a shot at the buzzer. They had multiple shot clock violations. The Bronx almost set an NCAA record for scoring defense in that game. They set a program record. Good basket by Texas Lutheran. Carissa Cantu, excuse me. It's Cantu, Sheed, Camargo, Height, and Lai now for Texas Lutheran. So, I mean, I don't think that holding it back there for so long was good for Houston Baptist. So, who knows? If the 10-second violation had been in effect 2 years ago, that game may have gone differently. Kaylin Boyd hits the first free throw. She'll get one more. Anyway, the point not to rail on HBU. They had so many injuries that year. It wasn't fair. But it's more that new rule that we have to watch out for, and I think it's a good change. Few new rules this year. Inbounds comes to Dahlia Camargo. Misses the layup. Rebound Jasmine Thompson. And a foul on Carissa Cantu, who fell to the ground and must have made contact down there. Here comes Bronx with Boyd. Left wing Thompson. Thompson stops at the foul line. She went up and down, but they get a jump ball out of it. Possession arrow favors the Bronx. Nearly a turnover. She wasn't able to get the shot off, but I guess the reason she wasn't able to was because of the jump ball. So Goff tries the jumper from the baseline, misses. Strong side rebound. It's up by Lai, and here comes Texas Lutheran, but they turn it over, and it's Bronx ball. 13:09 to play in the first. Bronx up 13-8. Bush fouled.
Personal foul on number 32, Kristen Lai, her first, team 7. At the line for the Bronx, number 21, Brittany Bush, shooting a 1-and-1.
Brittany Bush connects on the first free throw. She'll get one more. Already 7 fouls for Texas Lutheran. Just 3 on the Bronx. Second shot off the back iron. Rebound Camargo. Cantu running the offense for Texas Lutheran. She comes in, I think a touch foul on Brittany Bush. That's her second. Bronx have 4. And that's going to prompt Raquel Preston to check in. But first, the Bulldogs call for a 30-second timeout. With 12:44 to play, and the Bronx up 14-8. 2-game homestand for the Bronx. They play VCU, Virginia Commonwealth, coming to town on Thursday at 7 p.m. It is the first ever meeting between the Bronx and the Rams. in women's basketball, certainly, and I think possibly in any sport. Not exactly the most geographically central teams. But a matchup that I'm excited to see. I'm sure plenty of Bronx fans excited to see as well. Glad they were able to make it work. Camargo with the basketball in the right wing. Pass down low. It's kicked out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Kicked by Sierra Jordan. Pretty good crowd out here on this Tuesday evening. Camargo inbounds left wing. There's the three on the way from height. Bounces out. Rebound Thompson. Boyd racing up the court. Feeds Preston, lays it up. Not good. She got pushed on the way. Rebound Texas Lutheran. Camargo fires it up the court. Boyd tips it into the hands of Preston, who can't hold on as it goes out. But they'll call a foul on Savannah Height as the reason it went out. So it'll remain Bronx ball with a fresh shot clock and 12:16 on the game clock. Bronx up 6. Eighth foul on Texas Lutheran, so Raquel Preston getting ready to shoot 1-1. But the officials discussing the play. Interested to see if they go to the replay system on this one. Taylor Cyphers is waiting at the table to check in. But since she's not checking in immediately, I think she's coming in for the shooter, which would be Preston, but we'll see in a minute. Preston shooting 1-1. Shot good. 15-8. Yeah, Cyphers will be coming in for Preston. She's still not coming in. Second shot is good. 16-8 Bronx, 12-16 to play in the first. Cyphers in for the first time. Preston takes a seat. Associate head coach John Ishii up to give her a high five on the way back to the bench. Now Preston has a quick talk with head coach Larry Tidwell along the sideline before having a seat. Cantu brings it down. It's off to Benavides. Or check that, to Height. Now to Camargo. And this one's coming the other way.
Personal foul on number 32.
Calling a foul on Lai away from the ball. And Bronx ball when we return. 11:55 to play at 16-8 Bronx. This is Bronx basketball.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Rolito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Give it up for
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. $11:49 to play, and the Bronx up 16-8. Make it 18-8. Jarrell Price. Bronx in double figures for the first time today. Shante Goff pleading her case, saying her hands were straight up.
Substitution for the Bronx, number 3, Tanisha Walker replaces number 11, Shante
So
Goff.
Goff takes a seat, Tanisha Walker in.
Personal foul is on number 11, Shante Goff. Her first, team's
Texas Lutheran looking inbound. Comes to Autumn Shed.
jump ball situation remains. Bulldogs.
Jump ball, still Bulldogs ball. Long inbounds this time. Comes out to Cantu. Matched up with Walker. Cantu comes around to the left in front of the Bronx bench. Back to the right, inside the lane. Puts up the floater. Good and nope. Offensive foul. Great job by Kaylin Boyd to draw the charge. It's Bronx ball.
Personal foul on number 10, Carissa Cantu, her third, team's 10.
Jasmine Thompson with the basketball on the right wing. 9 minutes gone by in the first. Boyd, another three, and another one is good! Kaylin Boyd from downtown. The Bronx lead is 21-8. Carissa Cantu with the ball on top of the Bronx logo at center court. Coming right, trying to get past Price. Now passes it out to the left wing. Height launches the three, too strong. Rebound Lai. Lai loses it onto the ground. Boyd gets her tied up. Jump ball situation. Possession arrow favors the Bronx.
Jump ball. It is Bronx basketball.
Boyd being given a lot of room at the top. Feeds Thompson from the foul line. It rolls in. Bronx lead is 23-8. Other side, a mid rebound by Shed, and this one's coming the other way.
Offensive foul. Personal foul.
Another offensive foul against Texas Lutheran. And another 5-for-5 substitution coming up for Texas Lutheran. As Casas, Vela, Benavides, Dadalowitz, and Stoli are back in. So the starting 5. Bulldogs have used, I think, 11 players now. Only once have they made a substitution that wasn't 5-for-5. They've only made 3 different subs, 2 5-for-5s and 1 1-for-1. Thompson. Left-wing Boyd, 4-3. Bounces off the right side of the iron. Foul on the rebound. And Taylor Cyphers is going to the line for a couple of free throws. Chelsea Stoley, the 6'4" junior from Falls City, now with 2 fouls. Cyphers' first free throw is in and out. Cyphers now 1 of 3, making 1 of 4 from the line this season. And here comes Benavides. Pass the right wing, Vela. Up top, looking for Cassis, knocked away by Thompson, but it rolls back to Vela with 12 on the shot clock. 11 inside to Stoley. Stoley, the jumper, no good. Rebound, Boyd. Boyd fires it ahead to Cyphers, has trouble holding on. He tried to throw it off of Stoley on the way out of bounds, but travels first. So it's Texas Lutheran basketball. Idalowitz with the basketball at the top. Boyd trying to push her out. Benavides up against Boyd. Benavides goes left. Benavides is off to the left corner to Cassis. Shot swatted by Cyphers. Here comes Price. Straight down the lane. Throws it up. And hits off the bottom of the rim. And Texas Lutheran loses it out of bounds. It's Bronx ball.
Woo. In for the Bronx, number 24, Raquel Preston. She replaces number 32, Taylor Cyphers.
Taylor Cyphers using every inch of that 6'2" frame on that swat. Cyphers gets a breather, Preston back in, and as Thompson comes in, she draws a foul. A lot of fouls on Texas Lutheran. Chelsea Stoley just picked up her third foul.
Bulldogs are over the limit. At the line for the Bronx, number 1, Jasmine Thompson, shooting 2.
And now at long last, they're going to take Stoley out. Thompson, iron.
Substitution for the Bulldogs.
See who's coming in. Megan Romelin is it. 5'10" junior from Houston. Sherelle Price back to the bench. Shazay Wright is in. Price and Wright tied for the team high with 9 points each at Texas Tech 8 days ago. (23-8) Bronx. 8:18 to play in the first. Thompson. Contact on Cassis.
Team 6.
One on Thompson, 6 on the Bronx. Cassis misses. Rebound, UTPA. Boyd straight through the middle looking for Preston, but it's tipped away, and here come the Bulldogs. Romelin, or Romlin, I should say. Left wing Cassis. Walker takes a fall. Cassis comes in, throws it up, doesn't go. Rebound, pulled in by Wright, ahead to Thompson. Thompson lays it up and in. 25-8 Bronx. .708 to go in the first. Vela. Corner. Dalowitz misses from the baseline. And on the rebound, Boyd ends up on the ground. Foul.
Personal foul on number 20, Natalie Leah.
Vela with the foul, and it's Bronx ball when we return. 7:01 to play in the first. Bronx up 25-8. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself. creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital at Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 7:01 to play in the first, and the Bronx up 25-8. Kalen Boyd makes it 26-8. The Bronx are on a 15-0 run right now. It was 11-8. Texas Lutheran had been within 3. Over the last 7 minutes, it's been all UTPA. Texas Lutheran's last basket came at the 13:54 mark. And that's 7 minutes ago. 27-8 now. So it's a 16-0 run for the Bronx. And a steal. Right. Ahead to Preston. On the break. Dumps it off for Sifford, who misses on the layup. Thompson the rebound, and the bucket! 29-8 Bronx. It's an 18-0 run. And a whistle and a foul. Sifford called for the foul, and that means a 1-and-1 coming up for Casas. So, and there goes the run. It ends at 18-0, I should say. An 18-0 run that lasted 7 minutes and 16 seconds, during which time the Bronx were 5 for 11 from the field. Texas Lutheran was 0 for 9. They're still 0 for 9. They got both points here on free throws. Bronx 7 for 12 on free throws in that span. These were Texas Lutheran's first attempts from the line. The Bronx lead is still 19. And a steal. Here comes Casas. Down low to the baseline. Shot by Romlin doesn't go. Rebound Sifford. Sifford stops it at the left wing. Pass to the top to Tiandra Nolan. Right wing Jasmine Thompson. Over to right. Back to Thompson. Baseline jumper. Short and out. It's Bulldogs ball.
Substitution for the Bronx, number 11, Shantae Goff, replaces number 1, Jasmine Thompson.
Shantae Goff replaces Jasmine Thompson for the Bronx. Texas Lutheran makes another line change. Trying to see if we can catch everybody who's in. I think they went 5 for 5 again. Yeah, it's Cantu, Shed, Camargo, Height, and Lyde. Cantu to Height. Misses. Rebound Nolan. Fires it into Preston. One on over to the basket. Lays it in. It's a 21-point Bronx advantage. Cantu. Pass it out to Lai. Shot is off the side of the backboard, but a foul.
Personal foul on number 25, Shazay Wright. Her first, team's 8. Timeout, Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs want a 30-second timeout, so they can talk it over. Well, if you were wondering what exactly the Bronx were doing over the 8 days between games, I have a way for you to find out. watch this week's edition of Bronc Country. Airs every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel throughout the entire state of Texas. Also airs Fridays at 11 a.m. on Comcast Sportsnet Houston. It's only in the Houston area. Now, I guess the qualification I have to give on the Time Warner's not in Houston. But if you're anywhere in Texas and you have cable, you probably get one of those two stations. So you should be able to watch it on television. If not, you can watch it online at 956sports.com. And that'll go up tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. You can watch it on our own website, UTPABronx.com, our YouTube channel. That'll go up tomorrow at 7 p.m. It'll also be on McAllen Cable Network and Far Television throughout the week if you're here in the Valley. So a lot of different ways to watch this week's edition of Bronc Country. 2 women's basketball stories this week. What did they do in the 8 days between games? And also a little story on Hannah Burleson. Bronx assistant coach is the youngest full-time assistant coach in Division I women's basketball. She'll turn 24 in December. Kristen Lai hits the first free throw. One more for Lai. Got it. And the Bronx lead is cut to 19. Sifford sends it into Preston. Out to Sifford, right wing. Over to Nolan, now to right. Left wing Goff. All 5 Bronx touching the ball. Goff throws it up. Wide left. Rebound pulled in by Lai. Lai spins in, passes it out to the right wing to Height. Comes into Shed. Shot, no good. Rebound, right. Nolan brings it down. On a right at the top. Steps in, left corner. Sifford for 3, too strong. Rebound right underneath. Preston for 2, no good. Rebound Sifford, misses but is fouled.
Personal foul on number 32, Kristen Lai, her third.
Free throws coming up for Brianna Sifford.
At the line, number 10, Brianna Sifford, shooting 2.
First shot good. Bronx lead is back to 20. Second shot doesn't fall. 4:26 to play in the first. There's a layup. Doesn't go from Cantu. Goes out, and it's still Bronx ball. And Nolan brings it up the court. Ball comes to left wing Goff. Steps right, feeds right left wing for 3, rims out. Rebound Camargo. Camargo at the top. Right wing Cantu throws it up, off the window and in, plus a foul. Free throw coming up when we return. 3:49 to play in the opening half. The Bronx lead is 32-14. This is Bronx basketball.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
I want you to come see us today at your new Buick GMC dealer, South Texas Buick GMC.
Come test drive the all-new 2014 GMC Sierra and drive it home for just $399 a month.
South Texas being GMC.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. John Goldberg riding with you. 3:49 to play in the first, and the Bronx out to a 32-14 lead. Make it 32-15. Three-point play conversion by Carissa Cantu. Bronx lead is 17. And immediately, the Bronx called 30-second timeout. Coach Tidwell did not like what he saw as the Bronx came out to inbound that ball. So he uses his timeout. Currently, the Bronx are led by Kaylin Boyd, 10 points. 2 of 4 shooting from behind the arc, 4 of 4 from the line, 2 boards, 2 assists. 6 points for Shante Goff, another 6 for Jasmine Thompson. Carissa Cantu leads Texas Lutheran with 4 points. Bronx are winning in a lot of categories, in the paint, off turnovers, second chance points, fast break points. Give you all those numbers at the half. Nolan fires it up to Goff, down low to right, turnaround jumper doesn't fall, the rebound's thrown out of bounds, and a whistle blown. Sherelle Price called for her first foul. Bronx are over the limit. That means 2 free throws coming up for Savannah Height. As Kaylin Boyd waits to check in. First shot good. Boyd replaces Nolan.
Replaces number 14, Tiandra Nolan.
Second shot no good. Bronx lead is 16. Goff races it down the court. To the right wing, Sifford for 3. Yes! Brianna Sifford from downtown. And the Bronx lead is 19. 3:20 to go in the first. Ball down low, knocked away by Boyd into the hands of Wright. Ahead to Goff, coming in 1-on-2, lays it up, banks it in! 37-16 Bronx. Just as quickly as this game, it was starting to get a little close. Texas Lutheran had gone on and outscored the Bronx 6-3 over a 3-minute span. Pull a little closer. The Bronx are up by 21, which I do believe is their largest lead of the game. Actually, it ties for their largest lead of the game. Bronx had been up 29-8 at the end of their 18-0 run. Kristen Lai just picked up her 4th foul in the first half. And the Bulldogs using another timeout. That was the 3rd timeout they've called. They're going to be running short in the second half, but you know what they say, when timeouts in the second half don't do you a lot of good if the game gets away from you in the first half. So use them when you need to use them. I'll be interested to see how they use Kristen Lai the rest of the game, though, already with 4 fouls. You have Chelsea Stoli, who has 3 fouls. Carissa Cantu also has 3 fouls. And then you have Natasha Benavides, who has 2, which relatively is okay. But for the first half, you don't ever want to see anybody get above 2. But you know what? Another line change. Looks like the starters are back in for Texas Lutheran, which includes Stoli. Ball down low to Price, layup no good, and the rebound by Dadalowitz. Yeah, so Stoli with 3 and Benavides with 2 are both on the court right now. 2:33 to play in the first, and the shot clock is mysteriously running. And so is the game clock. I can actually tell you why that probably happened. They installed a new software this year where if you blow the whistle, it's supposed to stop the clock. Unfortunately, it doesn't always pick up the whistle. That happens everywhere, though. So when that doesn't happen, you just put a couple seconds back on the clock because the officials look up at the clock when they blow it so they know how much time is supposed to be there. So easy fix. Texas Lutheran turns the ball over. Bronx ball. 2:28 to play in the first. Bronx by 21. Boyd to Alexandria Hill for the rainbow layup. The Bronx lead is 23. Vela steps right, picks up the dribble. Gets it over to Benavides. Comes around the baseline. Sestoli. And Dalowitz tries the jumper, misses. Right the rebound. Poked away, but she picks it back up in the corner and passes to Boyd. Under 2 minutes to play in the first. Goes ahead to Hill. Open look at a three. Too strong. Goff tried to bat it away from Texas Lutheran, but it's picked up by Vela. Brings it up the court, surrounded by Bronx. Well, ball gets cycled around. So look at a three from the left wing that air balls. And it's picked up by Hill, and here comes UTPA again. Boyd on the right side. Boyd races in, kicks it out to the right corner. Goff, an open three, too strong. On the rebound, a whistle blown as Boyd went down. I think after she passed it, but she gets up and is walking. Boyd will head back to the bench just to be on the safe side. Shante Goff also takes a seat. Laquita Garner, the captain, makes her first appearance. Jasmine Thompson in as well. Remember, Garner was only cleared to play, I don't know, a week or two before the season started, if that. So she's still working her way back into game shape after battling injuries for really robbed her of the ability to play regularly last year. Was only able to play limited minutes, and then robbed her of the ability to compete during training camp at the beginning. So still working her way back, but we saw how effective Garner could be as a freshman and sophomore. Bronx certainly hoping to get more of that as the senior year progresses. And the best way to do that is to get her out there. So Garner out there right now. First free throw good by Vela. Second one good. It's 39-18. Hill, Thompson, right. Garner comes in, feeds right. Thompson, corner, Hill for three. No good. Rebound Stoley. Under a minute to play in the first. Benavides. Vela for three. Short. Into the hands of Thompson. Here come the Bronx. Head to Garner. Layup. Good. 41-18 Bronx. "15-second differential, give or take, between shot clock and game clock. Dalowitz gets fouled. Hill on the block. Hill's first. Free throws coming up for Dalowitz. Or excuse me, that was Wright with the foul, her second. So Keani Clark's going to come in. Rounded in on the first. Wright takes a seat. Clark will head into rebounding position. Second shot is good. Bronx lead cut to 21. Shot clock off. Thompson fires it ahead to Hill. Ball comes to the top to Price. Left wing Garner with 20. Garner steps right, feeds Hill on the right wing with 16. Now the corner, Thompson comes underneath, puts it up and in. 43-20. And now the Bulldogs will indeed get another possession with 8, 7, 6. Benavides throws it up, rattles around, doesn't go. Doesn't matter, offensive foul as Garner drew the charge. We'll see 3 or 4 of those today on Texas Lutheran. Benavides just picked up her third. 4.8 seconds left in the half. Price inbounds short to Thompson with 2, with 1. Thompson lets it fly off the back iron. And we go into the half, and the Bronx all over the Bulldog. It's 43-20.
Brave and bold, silver and gold. We are on a mission. Aggie up.
Brock Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Well, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll look at some of the first half numbers. This is Bronx basketball.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We are on a mission.
Aggie up.
Brock Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. We're at the half. It's 43-20 Bronx leading Texas Lutheran. Let's take a look at some of the first half numbers, and we'll start with the visiting Bulldogs. Leading the team in scoring with 5 points, Carissa Cantu. 2 of 3 shooting, 1 of 1 from the line with a rebound. 4 points for Taylor Didalowicz. 3 points for Natasha Benavides. 2 points each, Bianca Casas, Natalie Vela, and Kristen Lai also with 4 rebounds. 1 point each for Chelsea Stoley and Savannah Height. The Bulldogs 4 of 23 from the field, that's 17%. 1 of 7 from behind the arc, 14%. About 11 for 13 from the line, that's 85%. 23 rebounds, 3 offensive compared to 26 and 9 by the Bronx. Bronx led in scoring by Kaylin Boyd, the sophomore, with 10 points on 2 of 4 shooting, all from behind the arc, 4 of 4 from the line. 2 rebounds, 3 assists. 8 points for Shantae Goff. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 2 helpers for Jasmine Thompson. 4 points for Brianna Sifford. 4 points, 2 steals, Raquel Preston. 3 points, Brittany Bush with a block. And then 2 points, Alexandria Hill, Sherelle Price, and Laquita Garner. And how about this, 5 rebounds for Shazay Wright with 2 steals. She's having a pretty good game. Bronx 15 of 40 from the field, that's 38%. 4 of 14 from behind the arc, 29%, and 9 of 15 from the line. Points in the paint, Bronx 20, TLU 4. Points off of turnovers, 9 for the Bronx off of 19 Texas Lutheran turnovers. 3 for the Bulldogs off of 7 Texas Lutheran turnovers. The Bronx 7 second chance points with 9 offensive rebounds. Texas Lutheran with none, 3 offensive boards. The Bronx 10 fast break points. None for Texas Lutheran. The Bronx 18 points off the bench, 8 for Texas Lutheran. We give you all these numbers, but the only ones that matter, 43-20, the Bronx lead the Bulldogs at the half. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to give you a sneak peek at tomorrow's men's basketball coaches show. As you may have seen on 956sports.com, every Wednesday, usually around the morning, we post a basketball coaches show, one for the men, one for the women, so 2 shows in effect, both about half an hour long. Long-form interviews with the coaches. Men's show already complete. We held off on the women's show until after this game so we could talk about it and then preview Virginia Commonwealth as well. So the men's show will probably be up earlier than the women's show, but we're going to give you a sneak peek at the men's show, and then you can catch up with how the men's team has been doing. They're already 6 games into their season, and we'll do that on the other side of this break. Bronx up 43-20 at the half. This is Bronx basketball.
I want you to come see us today at your new Buick GMC dealer, South Texas Buick GMC.
Come test drive the all-new 2014 GMC Sierra and drive it home for just $399 a month.
South Texas being GMC.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Welcome to the UTPA Men's Basketball Show. I'm Jonah Goldberg, joined as always by our Bronx men's basketball head coach, Dan Hipsher. The Bronx have played about 73 games already this season. You know, it's funny, I was looking ahead to your UTSA game this week, and they sent me their stats, and they said, we're sending you all of our box scores from the season. And I figured, oh my goodness, my email can't handle this. And then there were 2 attached. And I was thinking, do I have to send all 6 back? I forgot that other teams haven't necessarily played as many games as the Bronx have, but it's a good way to let you find out real early what your team's about.
Yeah, it's hard on our kids, and but we did need to find some things out about the team, and we had this opportunity to play in an exempt event up there, get 4 games out of it with Tillotson, and then the 3 games up in Corpus. And for us as a young team, you know, and a young staff being together, it's a really good learning curve and a chance to get out and kind of see who can do what.
So what did you learn about your team during this tournament?
Well, I learned that we're going to play pretty hard. We need to play a lot smarter, and we've got to probably now we've got the numbers to help maybe define roles to kids who maybe thus far haven't understood their roles yet. Mm-hmm. So, you know, the numbers start to speak for themselves, and you know, who we're looking to and why we're looking there, and it helps teach you that, and then you know, kind of helps us learn a little bit about some rotations that we can play.
And one thing when you start to look at the numbers that I think has spoken for itself would be Javon Farrell is averaging nearly 20 points per game.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job. He had a very poor outing, his first outing, but since then has played pretty well. I think Javon would agree. He'd like to see his percentages be higher. Again, if you take away that first game, I think they're a little better. But, effectively from the 3 and from the field. He needs to raise those numbers up and continue to raise them up along with the scoring. I've often said a guy that scores 20 points on 10, 12 shots is much better than a guy that scores 20 points on 18 shots.
Yeah, and that's probably the only chink in Farrell's armor would be the 3-point shooting, but he's getting to the rim and he's finishing, and although he's not necessarily hitting threes, he's getting the old-fashioned 3. A few times he's been fouled and made the free throw.
Yeah, he's doing a good job, and again, I think he can improve there, and we've talked about that, Jonah, that he is a physical guy, and sometimes he gets in there and kind of steps around and dipsy-doos and reverses, and really he needs to make sure that he's going to get fouled, and then finish too, because he's a good free throw shooter, and he can take contact and, once in a while jump in there, jump stop, pump fake, and get fouled, make sure it's happening instead of missing a few that he's really, if he cleaned that up, he'd be a 50% field goal shooter.
Here's the expert analysis that I have come up with a few games in.
That's a problem.
Yeah. What I've learned about your team is it doesn't matter how many points you're down by, the team comes back. You were down 24 against Corpus and came back. It went on a 15-1 run, and that's incredible to me.
Yeah, we did it with Houston. We did it with Corpus. We did it with Sam Houston. And the kids have fought back. They've continued to be scrappy. A lot of it is we getting a good offensive flow and start playing the way we need to play. But I'd like to start doing it from the 0 point and taking the lead the other way. It's like we talk about our kids academically. Don't start with D's and F's and turn them into B's and C's. Start with A's and B's and keep them there. It's a way better pattern, and we've got to get better at that. Our starts haven't been great.
But I'll tell you this, if you keep erasing deficits like that, nobody's going to want to play you come March.
Well, exactly. And, maybe we learn, how to play. And sometimes it's a lineup change that does it. We got a good lineup going in the second half yesterday that we're moving the ball well and playing together and identifying roles. And that helped us. Plus, Corpus cooled off a little bit, too. They were on fire. But, the start we had was just abhorrible. We got shots, couldn't make shots, got to the rim, couldn't finish shots, and then made enough defensive mistakes to allow them to get a lead. But I do like this team's tenacity.
What was the lineup change that helped you to come back?
Well, we brought Boga off the floor and Leathers off the floor. They were both struggling, and brought in Majewski, Hildebrandt, and a couple different guards, Raspopovich, Provost, and then really played a lot of times with Johnson in there and Farrell at the point. So, again, you'd like to know you've got consistent performers and don't need to do that, but right now we have to.
Javon Farrell, I just want to say one more word about him. He gets all tournament team honors and at this Corpus Christi tournament, and he's led your team in scoring in 5 straight games now, and also from a veteran presence, he was the one guy I noticed the most, and being on the same side as of the court as you in Corpus Christi gives me a different angle where I noticed him talking a lot more than I may normally notice some of the guys talking, and talking to the coaches sometimes during the game to confirm parts of the scouting report, whether a guy was a good shooter or not, and things like that. So would you say he's starting to become that leader as a vocally as well?
Well, he needs to be, and he needs to be on top of it because we've got a lot of guys that need lead, and I don't mean that just in terms of moral support. They need lead in where to go, what to do, when to do it, and I need a general out there that echoes on the floor the call I'm making and makes sure kids are in the right positions. And we've got to get better at that. Many times if you go to the wrong place and I'm a teammate of yours and I don't tell you, you're at fault, but I'm at fault also. Get a guy positioned properly and doing the right things. And yeah, it's a job, but everybody's got to be a teammate and help themselves out. Hey, well, I was doing the right thing. Well, take care of your teammate too. There's a buddy system out there.
6 games in 9 days to start the season, 5 in 7 days. You could do 4 in 5 days. You could say 3 in the last 3. No matter how you slice it, it's a lot. Tired?
Yeah, I mean, the kids got worn out a little bit yesterday. I thought we were kind of leg weary. 6 games, was it 6 and 9, right? And 5 and 7. But, they all like to play too. I mean, these kids like playing games, and, the other teams were tired after 3 days also. But, yeah, it was a hectic time, but at least the trip wasn't a taxing trip. A couple hours up in the bus and then a couple hours back, a game a day. So, it's, again, a good learning environment for us. And, you're going to have to do that if you're going to play in March. So somewhere in a conference tournament, you're going to play 3 out of 4 days or 3 days in a row.
The week started off with a 94-62 victory over Houston Tillotson. It had been the most points he'd scored in this team had scored in nearly a calendar year, and that was the most points the team had scored in regulation since 2010. That was kind of game with a non-D1 opponent, but I mean, I think in every game there's always something you can take away. So what do you take away from that?
Well, in that game, you're just trying to see what kind of guys you've got.
Hate to cut him off mid-word. Or was I cutting myself off? No, it was Coach Hipcher. Yeah. But if you want to see the rest of the show, you can log on to 956sports.com in the morning and check it out there. So right now, we are back to action, second half. And UTPA with a 43-20 lead over Texas Lutheran. Team switch sides of the court. And shot no good. And here come the Bronx. Bush down low gets tied up with Cassis.
It remains Bronx basketball.
Oh, jump ball, it's still Bronx ball. Boyd with the basketball on the left. Boyd, game high 10 points. It's also season high. It's to Preston. Back to Boyd, right wing. Boyd underneath tries the layup. It's blocked by Stoley. Out of bounds, but off the Bronx, so it's Bulldogs ball. Taylor Didalowitz inbounds it, and here comes Natasha Benavides up the court. 3 fouls for Benavides, 3 for Stoley here at the start of the second half. Lai, who's on the bench for Texas Lutheran, has 4. Bush, so back to Boyd. Right wing to Walker. Shot is deflected out of bounds. Remains Bronx ball with 18 on the shot clock.
It remains Bronx basketball.
Boyd left wing for 3, no good. To push on Natalie Vela. That's 2, and that's the first one of the half. Boyd. Goff. Down low, Bush throws it up, no good, but a travel. So it's Bulldogs ball, a minute and a half into this second half.
Bulldogs basketball.
Still looking for the first basket of the second half. Both teams out to a slow start in the first half as well. All right corner, Didalowitz for 3, no good. Boyd the rebound.
Personal foul on number 20, Natalie Vea, her third, team second of the half.
Natalie Vela just picked up her 3rd foul. It's 2 on Texas Lutheran. A lot of foul trouble today for the Bulldogs. Goff coming inside. Goff at the baseline turns and feeds it out to Boyd on the left wing. Up top to Walker. Walker into the lane, tries to put it up, but it's knocked away. Stoley gets it down. And here come the Bulldogs. On the right wing, that Dalowitz. Steps back out. Left wing, Vela. Bounce past Casas. Takes a step in, tries the shot. High bank doesn't go. Rebound, a putback. It's off the top of the backboard, off the shot clock, out of bounds. It is Bronx basketball. 2.5 minutes into the second half, still no points for either team. Goff, skip pass, right corner. Walker, open three, off the back iron, gets her own rebound, puts it up, no good, but a foul. Stoley the culprit, and that wry smile on her face because her hands were straight up. But ended up making contact anyway. That's 4 on Stoley. Walker hits the first. Well, they're going to leave Stoley in with 4 fouls. Down 24 with 17-12 to play. A miss, an offensive rebound. Boyd to Walker, can't hang on. It goes out of bounds. Almost fielded by our expert Hotog, the one and only Mr. Dutch Cowgill. It hit off his right hand. You can't go for it with both hands. One hand's got to be on the camera. Bounce comes towards Stoley. Boyd tried to knock it away, but can't hang on. It goes out. Remain Bulldogs ball. 17 on the shot clock. 16:53 game clock. Bronx by 24. Benavides. Down low to Stoley. Underhands it towards the rim. Misses. Vela for 3. No good. Rebound. Walker. Up to Preston, and here come the Bronx. Goes to the left corner, Goff along the baseline, passes it out to Bush, gets past Stoley, goes through 2 defenders, but misses on the shot. A rebound by Vela. So up to the left wing. Dumps it down low to Benavides. Right wing Casas. Bounce to the right side where Raquel Preston picks it up, but she's on the other team, so that's a turnover. Here come the Bronx. Looking for Goff, now to Bush. Layup, no good. The rebound grabbed by Walker, away from the taller Stoley, but Preston, who got the pass, couldn't hang on. A turnover, and here comes Casas for Texas Lutheran, who throws it up, no good, but a foul. Little incidental contact on Kaylin Boyd. It's her second, the first against the Bronx in this half. And looks like we'll have free throws when we return. 15:53 to play. The Bronx lead is 44-20. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Rolito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Back in the UTPA Fieldhouse, Bianca Casas misses on the first free throw. The Edinburgh native hits the second. Bronx lead has got to 23. Camargo in, Casas out. 5 for 5 substitution complete. Cantu, Shed, Height, and Lai also in. Cantu with 3 fouls, Lai with 4. Boyd racing down the court. Comes out to the left wing. Top of the key, Preston. Right wing, Goff. Down low to Cyphers. Out to Boyd at the top. Left wing, Walker. To the baseline, Preston. Left wing, Goff for 3. Rims out. Offensive rebound and a putback by Preston. The Bronx lead, 46-21. Ball is flung towards Lai. Lai or Camargo rather, 3 left wing, no good. Rebound, cut 2, goes to the ground. Ball on the ground, where Lai dives to pick it up. Jump ball, I think, yep. And possession arrow favors the Bulldogs. I've had a bunch of jump balls today. Inbounds comes to Cantu. Cantu has the ball knocked away as Cantu goes flying to the ground. That's going to be a foul on Kaylin Boyd. Kind of pushed her down to take the ball away. Aggressive play, to say the least. Boyd second. That's 2 on the Bronx. And Camargo will look to inbound, the Mission native, just a couple of miles away. Height with the ball at the top. That's left wing to Camargo. Stops, pops. Doesn't go in. The rebound is put back, blocked by Cyphers. And back we go the other way. Walker. Right wing Boyd. Top of the key, Preston. Right corner, Walker for 3. Swish! 49-21 Bronx. At 28 points, the Bronx have their largest lead of the game. 14:10 to go. Cantu. Inside the Shed, a whistle and a foul.
Personal foul on number 24, Raquel Preston. Her third, team's third.
Raquel Preston just picked up her 3rd foul. Kaylin Boyd takes the seat. Laquita Gardner is back in. Preston stays in. 3 fouls on the Bronx in this half, each team with 3. Shot from the left side, an air ball by Shed. Here come the Bronx. Goff racing it down, 3-on-1. Pass underneath to Walker, puts it up, no good, but a foul. Free throws coming up.
Personal foul on number 11, Autumn Shed. Her second, team's fourth.
Walker, it's the first. It's a 29-point advantage. Bulldogs ball. Comes down low, out of bounds, Bronx ball.
Bronx basketball.
Cyphers trying to strip the ball away. Foul on Autumn Shed. That's her third. Or that's 5 on Texas Lutheran. Cyphers throws it up, doesn't fall. Rebound Lai. Lai brings it in, throws it across to the left to Height. Hits the jumper. Bronx lead is cut to 28. 13 minutes to go. Goff misses. Rebound Lai. Pass comes to the left wing. There's the three. It's good by Height. And it's 51-26. 5 straight points for the Bulldogs. Garner at the top. Left wing Goff. Left corner Preston. Left wing Goff. Inside the Cyphers. Up top to Walker. Walker walks in. Puts it up. No good. Rebound. Saved. Almost. Not quite. Bulldogs ball.
Bulldogs basketball.
Lai underhands it, no good but a foul, and Lai will head to the line for free throws when we return. 11:56 to play. The Bronx lead is 51-26. This is Bronx basketball.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Rolito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Are all official sponsors of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 11:56 to play. The Bronx lead is cut to 51-27 now. 6 straight points for the Bulldogs. And here comes UTPA. Thompson, Clark, walks, Bulldogs ball.
Traveling Bronx basketball.
Traveling gives the Bronx the ball back, and Thompson has it on the left wing, out to the top to Boyd. To Garner for three, rims out. Rebound Clark, who puts it up, good in the foul! Keone Clark, a chance at a three-point play.
Personal foul is on number 11, Autumn Shen, her fourth, team sixth. Keone Clark at the line, shooting one.
Clark converts. Bronx lead is 27.
Personal foul on number 1, Jasmine Thompson, her second, team fifth of the half. At the line for the Bulldogs, number
Jasmine
10,
Thompson gets called for her second foul. That's 5 on the Bronx. Carissa Cantu goes to the line. Another jump ball. This time possession arrow favors Texas Lutheran.
jump ball, possession arrow to the Bronx.
Garner. As their ball kicked out of bounds by Lai, it remains Bronx ball. 10.5 minutes to play. Bronx doubling up the Bulldogs. 2-3 zone for Texas Lutheran. Garner for three, left wing. It's good. The senior captain gives the Bronx a 30-point lead. Ties for their largest of the game. Three ball from the right wing. Lai misses. Rebound Clark. Goes to the ground to get in and feeds Garner. Sends it up ahead to Preston. Preston stops, gives it to Boyd, left wing, open look at a three, too strong. This time the rebound pulled in by Lai. Here comes Texas Lutheran. Cantu. Finds Camargo, misses, rebound, put back, no. Rebound Thompson, here come the Bronx. Thompson dribbles behind herself to evade a defender, right corner, Garner for three. Off the side iron, rebound Preston, off the same spot. Rebound Boyd, who puts it in. Is there such a thing as a third chance point? And an offensive foul as Laquita Garner gets run over. Carissa Cantu now has 4 fouls. There are 3 players on the court for Texas Lutheran have 4 fouls in Cantu, Shed, and Lai. There are 4 players total who have 4 fouls for Texas Lutheran. If you include Stoley, who's on the bench but about to check back in. Jasmine Thompson makes it 61-27 UTPA. It is a 34-point Bronx advantage. Bronx are going to make a line change of their own. There are 10 student athletes currently kneeling in front of the scorer's table. You don't see that very often. 9 minutes left. Camargo. Pass over to the right to Shed, who misses a rebound and straight up, but a foul. Calling a push on Clark. All right, so let's see if we can figure out. Everybody's coming out except for the free throw shooter. So the Bronx new 5 are made up of Tiandria Nolan, Brianna Sifford, Alexandria Hill, Sherelle Price, and Shazay Wright. As for Texas Lutheran, it's Natasha Benavides, Chelsea Stoley, Natalie Vela, Bianca Casas, one more free throw, no good. So Lyle will have to stay in while Taylor Didalowitz waits at the table. Turnover, steal by Casas. Not a foul. And that's going to allow for that final substitution of our 10 for 10 change to come in. So Didalowitz in. Lyle takes a seat. And Casas heads to the line. The first free throw, or only free throw off the back iron, a rebound, a putback by Didalowitz. And the Bronx lead is cut to 32. 8.5 minutes to go. Nolan feeds Hill in the left wing, back to Nolan at the top. Right wing Sifford. Lobs it in, and it's tipped out. Off the Bulldogs, remains Bronx ball. Inbounds out to right. Right corner Sifford. And a traveling violation on Price. Oh, it's Texas Lutheran ball. 8:13 to play. Bronx opened the season with an 87-46 win over Schreiner. A 41-point margin of victory. A little ways to go to get there tonight. Stoley misses. On the rebound, a foul. And we hit immediate timeout with 7:54 to play. Bronx up 61-29. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself. Creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
You to come see us today at your new Buick GMC dealer, South Texas Buick GMC.
Come test drive the all-new 2014 GMC Sierra and drive it home for just $399 a month.
South Texas Buick GMC.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up. Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
I think Dress Like a Bronc is my favorite game. One of these kids, I mean, you get to pick all these little kids who try to dress like a Bronc and they run up and down the court. One of them is so small that she was able to wear one of these gigantic basketball sneakers backwards and still walk. I love that promotion. To the line is Taylor Didalowitz. Free throw rims out. Rebound Sherelle Price. Bronx up 61-29 with 7:50 to go. Price nails the three, 64-29. It is a 35-point game. The largest lead of the game for the Bronx. Cassis responds with a three, and on the other end, the whistle.
Substitution for the Bulldogs. Number 33, Megan Romlin replaces number 45, Kelsey Stoley. At the line for your Bronx,
Kelsey Stoley takes a seat. Megan Romlin is back in for Texas Lutheran, a rare 1-for-1 substitution for the Bulldogs. Price's free throw is good. She'll get one more. (66-32). Benavides. Casas. 7 minutes left. Romlin. To Benavides. Romlin. Casas tries to get by Sifford along the baseline. Pass it back out to Vela. Now Benavides for three at the buzzer. Rims out. Long rebound back out to Benavides. Sends it down low. Casas tries to put up a shot. No good, but a foul on Nolan. Free throws coming up.
Personal foul on number 14, Tiandra Nolan. Her first, team's ninth. At the line for the Bulldogs, number 1, Bianca Casas.
Second free throw good. Shot clock didn't reset, so we'll have to re-inbound it. Now they reset it, 6:40 to play. Nolan. Left wing Sifford. Sifford along the baseline, stops, pops, doesn't fall. Rebound Romlin. Vela. Spins, backs up. Kicks it out to the left wing Casas. Top to Benavides. Left side Romlin misses on the jumper. The rebound Nolan. Nolan races down, feeds Hill, right wing three. Got it! Alexandria Hill puts the Bronx up 36 points. That is the Bronx largest lead of the game. Romlin thought about it, now takes the long two. It's short. Rebound Sifford. Bronx coming in 4-on-2. Hill to the hoop, has her ball swatted away and out of bounds by Vela.
Bronx basketball.
Still Bronx ball with 24 on the shot clock, 5:28 game clock. Into the right corner, Hill, an open look at a three. Off the front iron, rebound right, puts it up and banks it in. 71-33. Casas, hop, skip, and a shot. Puts it in. 71-35. So the Bronx recently had their largest lead. It was 38 points. Nolan. Down low. Sifford, open look for Price, who lays it in, 73-35. Cassis lobs underneath for Romlin, lays it up and in. 73-37. Sifford. Right for three. Got it! 76-37. The Bronx lead by 39. It's their largest of the game. Looking to make it more. Won by 41 in the opener. They can reach 41 with a basket here. Price for three. Too strong. Rebound right. Puts it in. 78-37. It's a 41-point game. Three and a half minutes left. Cassis misses, rebound Sifford. Yanni Clark and Laquita Garner waiting to check back in. Right left corner, Sifford left wing. Sifford comes inside, throws it up off the front iron. Rebound pulled in by Vela. Now head to Didalowicz, who tries to save it from going out of bounds and tries to dance along the baseline. Couldn't. Bronx ball when we return. 3:02 to play, and the Bronx up 41. This is Bronx basketball.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Rolito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 3 minutes to go. Bulldogs a little full court press. Bronx by 41. Jose Wright with the last 5 points for the Bronx to give him this 41-point lead. She's back on the bench. And Keandra Nolan has the ball poked out of bounds. It's Nolan, Price, Garner, Clark. Price is coming out. Taylor Cypher's in. Sifford is the fifth Bronc out there. Another line change for Texas Lutheran. A different line change, though. It's now Bailey Champion, Tiffany Juke, Autumn Shed, Sierra Jordan, and one more. Who am I missing? And Katie Moore. Clark has it in the lane. Takes a dribble. Now pass out to Garner. Left wing, open three. Rounded out. Rebound Clark underneath. Puts it up and in. 80-37 Bronx. A quick turnover. Sifford puts it up. Good in the foul. Brianna Sifford. Are they calling it offensive? Yeah. Well, it could have been. Instead, it's an offensive foul on Sifford. Bronx lead is a season best 43. 2:02 to go. Bronx's largest margin of victory last season was 37 over Texas A&M Kingsville, so they passed that in the opener. Another whistle with 1:45 to go.
Personal foul on number 32, Taylor Cyphers. Her first. Bronx are over the limit. At the line is number 11, Autumn Shea. Shooting one more.
Sifford for three. Rolls off the rim. Rebound Bulldogs, 1:20 to go. There's a three left wing by Champion, doesn't fall. Rebound comes back out to Champion, who misses on the high bank. Rebound Cyphers with 1 minute to go. Head to Sifford, now to Garner. Garner coming towards the hoop, dishes it off to Clark, lays it up, no good. Rebound pulled in by Texas Lutheran. There's another shot by Champion, an air ball, and Clark battles for it on the ground. Another jump ball. Possession arrow favors Texas Lutheran with 31.5 seconds left. 28 on the shot clock. So we could be looking at the last scoring possession of the game, but first, Texas Lutheran is going to use a timeout. They reset the shot clock, by the way, so there's a 1.5 second differential. It's I think it's actually a full, yeah, it is a full timeout, although Texas Lutheran doesn't sit down, the Bronx do. And it's a full timeout because that's all Texas Lutheran has left. They've used all their, well, maybe it was a 30. They just buzzed the thing. Well, whatever it is, Texas Lutheran has run the gamut on their timeouts. Maybe talking about one last play here to try and get a basket. The Bronx still with Nolan, Garner, Cyphers, and Clark. I guess it was a 30. Moore to the basket, underhanded, no good. Rebound Bronx, and the shot clock is off. 22 seconds left. Nolan gets it across the timeline. The fans are screaming in these final 15 seconds. See some of our training staff covering their ears as you can hear the screams in favor of these Bronx. We're going to move to 2-1 on this season with an 80-37 victory over the Texas Lutheran University Bulldogs. Well, the Bronx win by 43. their largest margin of victory of the season. In front of a crowd of 682. Well, the Bronx meet at center court. I'm trying to scan for Coach Tidwell. Did not see where he went. There he is. He is by the he is by the huddle with his players. He'll usually talk to them for a few seconds. Now, we'll see whether he goes back in or comes directly over to us. In the meantime, take a look at some of the final numbers. Kalen Boyd led the Bronx with 12 points, 3 of 8 shooting, 2 of 6 from behind the arc, 4 of 4 from the line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Jasmine Thompson with 10 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 7 rebounds, 2 helpers as well. 9 points for Sherelle Price, 3 of 6 shooting, 1 of 2 from behind the arc. 2 of 2 from the line with 3 rebounds and an assist. 8 points for Shantae Goff. Three of 10 for her Goff, but 8 points nonetheless. 3 rebounds and a steal, an assist as well. 7 points for Shazay Wright. 3 of 5 shooting, 1 of 2 from behind the arc. 8 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 assists. Great game for Wright. 6 points for Tanisha Walker with 5 rebounds. 6 points for Raquel Preston, 7 rebounds. 5 points for Laquita Gardner, 5 for Kiani Clark as well. 5 points for Alexandria Hill, 3 assists. Sure we get everybody. 4 points for Brianna Sifford, 4 rebounds. 3 points for Brittany Bush. The Bronx 28 of 77 from the field. That's 36%, 9 of 29 from behind the arc, 31%, 15 for 22 from the line, 68%. 58 rebounds, 23 offensive. Texas Lutheran was at 46 and 15. The Bulldogs, led by Bianca Casas, the Edinburgh native, with 9 points. 2 of 7 from the field, 4 of 7 from the line. After that, it was 6 for Katie Moore, 6 for Taylor Didalowitz, who also had 6 rebounds and 2 steals. 3 points, 10 rebounds, Kristen Lai. 1.3 rebounds, 3 blocks, Chelsea Stoley. 3 points, Natasha Benavides. 2.6 rebounds, Natalie Vela. We're about to be joined by Bronx head coach